Let's start things off in Columbia, Maryland, where last night an estimated 13,000 concert-goers at Merriweather Post Pavilion were subjected to flooding, heavy rainfall, and tornado warnings before the scheduled Halsey concert was canceled.
And take a look at this video from inside overnight. The tornado warnings were issued as the storms swept through Howard, Calvert, and St. Mary's counties, as well as parts of Virginia. The storm sent water flooding into that venue in the middle of the concert overnight. Fans had waited to see hours to see that popular singer Halsey take the stage, but that show was eventually canceled. And at one point, fans had to head to the bathrooms for cover during that tornado warning.
Man, not even GEazy felt good about that. Shame on you, Merriweather Post Pavilion. That is FedEx Field treatment right here. I expect much more from you. Attendees were posting videos all over social media to show the flooding. Wait, that's from the covered part. I would say imagine what the uncovered part looked like, but once again, thanks to social media, we don't have to imagine what it looked like. Yes, they needed to build a whole ark to watch that show. Now, the show was scheduled to start at 7 p.m., but it got delayed and didn't get canceled until around 9:20 p.m. So that is a whole long time to stand around getting soaked with no music on, by the way. Folks paid way too much money to leave there with shivering, pruny feet. Hopefully somebody got home safely and dried off. Now, to her credit, Halsey tweeted, "I really want to add that I'm beyond disappointed with the way the venue handled everything tonight, and my rescheduled date will be happening somewhere else. I hear you guys loud and clear, I promise." So there you have it. Fans are getting a new venue for the do-over. By the way, just don't pick FedEx Field because that is definitely hustling backwards. And I believe the little circle right here at WSA 9 probably is available. So Halsey, hit us up. I chose this next story from D.C. because we need good news. The U.S. Capitol and the White House are reopening to public tours this summer. The Capitol is scheduled to reopen Monday, and White House tours are set to reopen next month. Now, the buildings closed to tours because of coronavirus concerns, but then again, there was also what Jack Del Rio described as a dust-up on January 6, 2021 that kind of set things back a bit. Pretty sure you guys heard about that. Now, White House tours must be requested through a congressional office and will resume Friday and Saturday mornings. As for the Capitol, those tours must be booked in advance through the offices of your local representative or senator. Now, those background checks, I can tell you, going to be a lot more thorough this time around. You know, we don't want no scuffles, no brouhahas, no Donnybrooks, no fracas, no horseplay. Ain't going to be no ripping and running through the halls of democracy. Either you in or you out. Hey, don't you let out all our good air. We are not cooling the whole neighborhood. Now, I chose this next story because new options are opening up to people who don't want to cook. And by the way, that is, I am people. Uber Eats has launched free nationwide shipping where customers can order food from restaurants in other cities and have it shipped to them via FedEx. Hey, y'all better order food that's going to survive the trip. Don't you order a smoothie from Los Angeles and try and complain about how it showed up in Greenbelt. Okay, it's going to arrive frozen solid or lukewarm juice. Hey, just charge it to the game. The app gives an estimated shipping time of 5 to 7 days, but a company representative said that most orders arrive within 4 to 5 days, which is good for people who plan ahead, and that is not me. I'm not people there. Now, I think most Uber Eats users order food from there because they're hungry right now, so that's really of no help to those folks. But I don't want to know what the prices are like for out-of-state food. If they're anything like regular Uber Eats prices, these are going to be some expensive meals. That authentic New York pizza is going to cost as much as authentic New York real estate. Then imagine waiting 5 days for your order and then you open the box and see that they forgot something. That sounds like a nightmare. Now, I'm making jokes, but I do want to hear from any of you guys who actually try this service. I don't want to be the guinea pig and do this for myself, but of course, that's what you guys are here for. Finally, I chose this story from Westmont, Illinois, because I like bananas, but clearly not as much as some of y'all. Grocery store chain Jewel Osco partnered with Fresh Del Monte to arrange 70,000 pounds of bananas and break the Guinness World Record for the world's largest fruit display. That is an insane amount of bananas. But, if I'm being honest, you're kind of courting disaster right here, leaving all those bananas out. I mean, if King Kong actually exists, he gonna make his presence known right now. Like, if Planet of the Apes ever happens, this is why. We left too much food out and then the primates decided to take over. And by the way, if this was the premise to a Planet of the Apes movie, I would think it was fake. Why would they leave out all those bananas? No, we actually did that. Attendees at the reveal were actually able to take free bananas with them, and the rest were donated to the Northern Illinois Food Bank. Now, I hope they got rid of them all, or else it's about to be a fruit fly convention over there in a few days. And by the way, they might set a world record for that one too. But it looks like the event was a success, so congratulations to Jewel Osco Grocery Store for setting a world record, a very weird one and very unnecessary. But congrats, nevertheless. My favorite story? Come on, you know it's got to be the biblical flood at the Halsey concert. So big, even Jack Harlow's security couldn't carry him over it. You know, maybe they should have just booked Moses as the opening act, because he could have parted the Merriweather Post Pavilion C for all of those fans. All right.